number 3 pearls out of 4, I spoke about oxygen, I spoke about sleep. Now, exercise, okay? Exercise is something that a lot of us may be a fanatic at that, want to do it, and you have to do it. Others don't care. Exercise is something those that it is part of your physical building. If you exercise, you will find that afterwards, aside from being tired, you're actually refreshed. You talk to any of the runners who are marathon runners or distant runners, they can't go a day without running. Your need is personal, and I think if you do exercise, you will be able to replenish oxygen that carries throughout your body by exerting to your brain, to your heart, to all the vital organs in your body. You have nothing to lose. Now, on the other hand, everyone, supply and demand really is how much weight, how much muscle you want to put on. If we're Schwarzenegger, as you know, he built a lot of muscles, and of course, it's different when you're young than his current state. So what I would prefer you to do is, if you exert, I want you to follow a simple formula. 200, this is heart rate now. A target heart rate is 200 minus your age. If you're 50, then 150 beats per minute is where you should target your heart rate when you're exercising. Now that's 100%. You don't want to start at 100%. That's just far too great. So what I want you to do is start slow. Let's say 70%. 70% would be something like 105 beats per minute. If you can carry that to half an hour to 40 minutes a day, on an average, you can build up to about 185 minutes per week. That will be a good goal. So if you can do that and split it out, half an hour, 40 minutes, I think it's great for your body system. Start slow, 70% of heart rate, then 80%, 90%, etc., until you hit 150 for a 50-year-old. Now, I always tell people, I say, look, if you don't have time to do a stretch of half hour, just do 10 minutes. It could be your breakfast, after lunch, after dinner. 3 10-minute sessions will be half an hour. I think it's easy to do. Instead of coffee break, cigarette break, I think you'll find it much healthier. So let's aim on doing that. I think you'll find it to be helpful. Now, for people who are sedentary, people at home, you don't go out very often, your family's out working and you're at home by yourself, what can you do? So I would like to show you what you can do without relying on anybody else. So I'll have to grab a chair. I'm going to show you what one can do as far as exercise at home. Now, you could be any age group, you could be disabled, and I still want you to function and build muscles and have a good muscle tone. Very important, because muscle tone will be able to decrease your chances of falling, especially advanced age people. But you need to have good leg strength and arm strength, because falling is usually the instability of your legs. You're weak, so you trip over things, you're not balanced. And the purpose of this is really to have you build stamina and strength so you can be less uncomfortable and less chances of falling. Anytime you fall, you're going to end up with a good chance of fracturing a hip that you don't want, because the minute you fracture one hip, your chances of fracturing the other is also 50% higher. And if you fracture any hips, your chances of dying within 2 years is about 50%. So you don't want to have that. So let's avoid it. Let's do some exercises at home. Now, you could be at young age, at the office, on a computer, and you say, I don't have time to exercise. Now, you have no excuse. This is how you do it, okay? So you sit straight, and with both hands gripping on this kind of chair. I think it's important to have arms. And you can just do this, pressing up and down, up and down. And you can count as many times as you can. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Every hour you can do 8, 10 times. And I think it's good for you. Now, so that's arm motion. And you can also stretch. Always, stretch yourself, especially those people with back problems. These are great exercises. The second one is aimed towards your legs. So what I'm going to do is, people who have weak legs, you start slow, you get yourself up, and anytime you're not stable, you just fall back. So no harm done, okay? So you get up, and you say, okay, can I be on my toes? And then you go up, down, up, down. You can count. You can start with 5, you can start with 10, and then your toes, you can actually go on the toes and exercise your toes. That is also very important. When you are stable on your feet, your muscles are tight, you don't fall, okay? And when your arms are strong, anytime you fall, you can protect yourself to break the fall. So this is something you can do every hour at home, and you can build it up 5 times, 10 times, as high as you want. Thank you for viewing my videos, and I appreciate your time and effort. Please don't forget to subscribe, so in the future, any new videos that comes along, you'll be automatically notified.